Welcome to the Angus Report, a news program for cattle producers.
The week's top headlines from American Angus Association headquarters include a look at how a slower start to spring this season could play out in the markets.
We have some tips for keeping your pastures profitable.
A new genomic enhanced EPD is on the horizon this summer, and we have an assessment of the spring sales season.
This is the Angus Report. Hello, I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. Seasonal patterns play a role in cattle prices. An Oklahoma State University ag economist, Darrell Peel, says there are indications that most of the market has topped out this spring. A late start to warmer weather this year could also play a role in markets looking forward.
Box beef has come down fairly sharply recently from the second roller coaster high this spring. That's squeezing the packer side of things in terms of their revenue side. Fed cattle prices haven't actually come down very much, just a little bit, but it does look like they've topped, and I do expect them to work lower as we move through the second half of April and certainly into May and June. You know, seasonally, we expect to see fed cattle marketings, or the other side of that is cattle slaughter will increase seasonally to a peak in May and into June. And so there'll be that seasonal supply pressure on these fed cattle prices as we move forward. On the crop side, you know, from the feeder cattle market standpoint, the market's beginning to keep a close eye on the new crop planting conditions. So, you know, we've got estimates now for reduced corn acreage, and now we're starting to talk about planting delays and the kinds of things that adds volatility to that market, but it will also have an impact on the feeder cattle market.
Sales season has been very positive for Angus bulls and females so far this year. Recent analysis from the American Angus Association shows average prices for registered Angus bulls sold at auction and reported to the American Angus Association have risen to nearly $5,000 per head so far in fiscal 2014. Chris Jeffcoat, Regional Manager for the Northeast region, says it's a great time to be in both the seedstock and commercial Angus business, where everyone is thankful for good prices and green grass.
So far they've been great. We've had a great spring sale season so far for bulls in addition to females. We look forward to the sales going forward in the coming weeks because it's certainly been a great time for Angus producers for sales. In addition to the cattle industry in general, the prices that even commercial cattlemen are able to get for their calves. Which is beneficial then to the purebred producers because they're certainly coming and buying bulls then from our purebred producers. I look forward to the beginning of May actually going to New York and meeting some of the folks there. And
spring weather was off to a slow start, but some basic pasture management will ensure nutritious pastures for cattle during the grazing season.
Besides making sure the pastures were covered is looking at what your weed populations are. The very best weed control is good grazing management. If you can leave a good cover there after grazing, then that's going to help compete with weeds. It'd be important for beef cattle producers to pay attention to turning animals out onto pastures that have a lot of clover, making sure, you know, being cautious of bloat.
The April Angus Journal is also dedicated to proper pasture management with a wealth of information for managing grass this spring and into the summer months. Visit angusjournal.com for more information.
Most cattlemen would agree that protecting bulls against trichomoniasis is a top concern. However, confusion lies within the testing protocols and state regulations for testing cattle shipped between or within states. 22 states currently have some regulations related to trich testing, but the specifics of those regulations vary across the country. According to Drovers Cattle Network, an April forum in Omaha fostered discussions to seek harmony on trich standards throughout the U.S. Topics ranged from the age for testing bulls, duration of the test, how samples are collected, and sampling and shipping protocols. The varying regulations can make cattle marketing more challenging, especially for seed stock breeders who sell bulls to out-of-state customers.
The cattle industry is comprised of thousands of dedicated cattlemen throughout the country. Louisiana Angus producer Lee Robbins says it's important to be involved in various sectors at state and national levels to contribute to the overall health of the beef business and to ensure the success of individual ranches. Robbins is also the president of the Louisiana Angus Association.
You communicate with other breeders, so you're kind of learning from them, you know, and just like they could learn from mistakes I've made, I can learn from mistakes they've made, or also successes. You know, how have you improved your herd, whether it be your breeding percentage, your weaning weights, different things like that, herd health even. And we can kind of work together and learn from each other. And also it's another way to promote our individual farm as well as the overall breed. You know, working as a group, we can promote some really good cattle, as opposed to me just trying to promote throughout the state. I can promote an organization.
Visit Angus.org to access a listing of state Angus associations and to learn more about becoming involved in the American Angus Association.
We go now to Jenna McCrell with a look at news you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Crystal. The countdown has begun for the 2014 National Junior Angus Show. Angus juniors and their families who are planning to make the trip to Indianapolis this summer should plan now to meet upcoming deadlines. Thursday, May 15th is the cattle ownership and entry deadline, and if you need help transferring animals, please contact the American Angus Association today. May 15th is also the deadline for writing, photography, and graphic design entries, as well as the entry and recipe deadline for the All-American Certified Angus Beef Cook-Off. Angus youth who wish to compete in the career development or public speaking contests should complete materials by May 25th, and the deadline to submit names for the showmanship competition is June 1st. And of course, all of this and more can be found online at njaa.info. And the Angus Foundation is currently seeking donations from individual Angus friends, farms, companies, or state Angus associations for its annual silent auction held during the National Junior Angus Show. The auction features a variety of items for attendees to bid on and purchase, and all proceeds benefit the Foundation's education, youth, and research programs. If you are interested in making a donation, please contact the Angus Foundation. And that's what you need to know this week in the Angus business.
All right, thanks, Jenna. When the Angus Report returns, steps you can take to increase profitability on your operation.
And more producers are realizing the value of genomic information. Tanya Amon discusses the trends and plans for a new genomic enhanced EPD.
Visit Angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
Its arrival is as routine as the truck that brings the next load of calves. You stand ready, waiting, watching for symptoms. A revolutionary new weapon in hand, unique chemistry and hard-hitting active ingredient. Longer duration in the respiratory tract, rapid absorption. Join the Zaprevolution. Zaprevo, Tilda Pearson. See your veterinarian.
It's more than a symbol. It's volunteer beef and dairy producers like you making careful decisions on how to invest your beef checkoff dollars. It's about multiplying those dollars to ensure the beef you produce makes its way to more meat cases, menus, and kitchen tables from New York to Tokyo. And it's about making sure those who influence our consumers feel confident about recommending beef. It's more than a symbol. Get to know your checkoff and start sharing your views at mybeefcheckoff.com.
Your herd is your business, your livelihood, your legacy. Every decision is important, especially those that impact future generations. HD50K for Angus from Zoetis helps you make decisions sooner with accuracy and confidence. With Zoetis HD50K, you'll have the most accurate predictions possible for young bulls and heifers with limited or no progeny, because the decisions you make today directly impact your herd tomorrow. To learn more, visit zoetisus.com/genetics. When forage quality is low, power your cow herd with VitaFerm Power products. Power Keg, Power Meal, and Power Lick Tub. All three deliver natural 20% protein and are fully fortified with Amifirm, the digestive enhancer, and can septate levels of vitamins and minerals like copper, zinc, and manganese. VitaFerm Power products include the minerals your cattle need to maximize reproduction and health, which means you don't have to feed minerals separately. VitaFerm Power products for cattle on mature forages, crop residues, or low-energy hay. Learn more at vitafirm.com.
Horn flies cost cattle producers nearly $1 billion a year. They interrupt grazing, cause loss of blood, and impact your bottom line. By incorporating Alticid IGR into your supplement program, you can prevent the emergence of adult horn flies. Alticid IGR will significantly reduce stress on your cattle. For pennies a day, you can control the most costly parasite and increase your profitability. Contact your feed supplier to incorporate Alticid IGR today.
Schiefelbein Farms is all about producing maximum dollar for our customers. Our powerful customer buyback program and top industry genetics ensures that Schiefelbein sired calves earn top dollar, backed by the Schiefelbein name and Zoetis HD50K technology. Learn more at schiefelbeinfarms.com. Schiefelbein Farms, changing the way seed stock business gets done.
Working your cattle just got easier. Introducing the new VetGun delivery system, a new way to apply topical insecticides to your cattle. The VetGun lets you remotely treat cattle with effective parasite control, so you can do it from an ATV, on horseback, or just walking among the herd. It's that simple. The proven topical insecticide AML VetCap is used with the VetGun. It works fast to control horn flies and lice while minimizing stress on your cattle. Fast, easy, effective. VetGun. Check with your animal health supplier for availability.
Join the team, the Beef Quality Assurance Team. Getting BQA certified shows you're committed to practices that produce the highest quality beef in the world. And by visiting BQA.org, you can take the online certification course at a time that fits your schedule and from the comfort of your home or office. You'll also find lots of helpful tips on improving animal health and animal handling practices. Get certified, BQA certified, because it's about doing the right thing. Visit BQA.org today and become a member of the BQA team.
44 Farms is your trusted source for Angus genetics. 44 Farms is a fully integrated Angus business that brings you quality from the pasture to the plate. And thank you to all our customers for making the spring sales season our best ever. We're humbled by your confidence in 44 Genetics, balanced trait genetics, a passion for customer service, and a common sense approach to the seed stock business are all things you can expect when doing business with 44 Farms. Our gate's always open at 44 Farms. Call or stop by our headquarters in Cameron, Texas anytime. We'd love to show you around. Look for us at 44farms.com and 44steaks.com.
Did you know the first Angus calves were sold in Kansas City? Kansas City is where it all began for the Angus breed, and it's where the Angus business will set the course for the future. Join us for the first ever Angus Means Business National Convention and Trade Show, November 4th through 6th in Kansas City, Missouri. The event includes an industry-leading trade show with 2 evening galas, workshops and seminars for everyone in the beef business, plus the Angus University, sponsored by Merck Animal Health. Visit angus.org to learn more.